by The Rock in that movie? Yeah. Oh, well, if they actually managed to get that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I get a little stirry just when I get to actors like these. But okay, I mean, if they made it Justice League 2, which is Shazam in it, and the second question is that if Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, would actually be Black Adam in like a future Shazam sequel or a movie?
Got it. Justice League 2. No idea. I hope they make another one, and I hope Shazam gets to be in it. And as far as I know, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, which I believe is his full name, is still confirmed to be Black Adam, and I don't know when they're going to make a standalone Black Adam movie, but I know that's the plan, and I hope that eventually Shazam and Black Adam get to fight each other, because I'd like to kick The Rock's ass. That's basically I got so many people. We gotta keep moving.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you, sir. Nice to meet you, Paul Wonder. Yes, thank you.
Sorry. So my question, great work in Tangle, by the way, but like, what is your favorite line throughout the entire film?
The entire film on Tangled?
Yeah, Tangled.
All of them. All of my lines.
Like as Flynn Rider?
Yes, as Flynn. No, as Pascal.
What's your favorite line?
No, I don't know. Honestly, there's so many lines that I really love, and I can't. Again, I can't quote a lot of them. But I think one of the funnest ones to record was when she heals my hand, and I just rattle off that whole thing. I remember we did a couple takes of that. And it was literally written. It's like a little monologue, and I just took the deepest breath I could. I was like, again, how do you even do this? I was gibberish. I wasn't even actually. So I think that was one of my favorites. But honestly, I loved all of it. I loved playing Flynn Rider. I still love playing Flynn Rider, Eugene Fitzherbert. And anybody out there watching the series, by the way? It's good stuff, right? It's good stuff. Anyway, thank you for the question. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Your question.
Hi. Who exactly is your love interest in Shazam? Will that be Stargirl or Isis?
I have no love interest. No, I don't. You have to wait for April and find out. There's so many questions. There's so many questions about things I can't talk about. But great question. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Great
Zachary,
sir.
I'm Chris from Wheaton, Maryland. Thank you for coming here this weekend.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Can you share anything about your upcoming appearance on the second season of The Marvelous Miss Maisel?
The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Anybody watch The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel? If you have not seen it, I highly recommend it. It is a fantastic show. It is a fantastic show for anyone, I believe. It's the show. The premise of the show, for those who are uninitiated, it's about a young Jewish divorcee in the late 1950s who is essentially kind of stumbled into and now aspiring to be a stand-up comic in New York. That sounds like it's a very niche premise. That's because it is a very niche premise. But here's the beautiful thing about excellence. Excellence is for everyone, and this show is excellent. So I highly recommend you go check it out. Regardless of race, color, creed, sexual orientation, whatever, it is for everyone. It's a beautiful, beautiful show. My character in the show, I can't talk about. I can't talk about what they haven't released yet. Well, so far, what they've released is that I am I believe, a doctor. Named Benjamin, and I look something like this. So I can't wait for you to watch it. And I think I'm not sure when it was going to drop, but
sometime this fall.
Okay, sometime this fall. You heard it right here, folks. Sometime this fall. And I hope you enjoy it.
Sure, thank you very much.
My pleasure, of course. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm sure the movie we're all here to see you from is Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Of course, Alvin and the Chipmunks is Squeakquel. Yep.
You played Toby.
I did play Toby.
Dutch Oven.
You just Dutch Oven Theodore!
Theodore, I watched that just a little bit ago.
He just went like that. That's what he just did. And I knew exactly what you were doing. That's That's what's so weird. The Dutch oven scene, the infamous Dutch oven. Yes, continue.
But from Dutch oven Theodore the Chipmunk to being a beloved hero, Shazam.
Yes, sir.
That I love.
Thank you.
What's that like from an actor? You know.
To go from farting on chipmunks to being a superhero. It's actually kind of one and the same, if we're being honest. No, you know what? I mean, I've gotten to play so many roles that are big kids, kind of, in a lot of ways, and probably because I'm just a big kid in a lot of ways. And Toby was kind of that, in his own weird Toby-ish way. Shazam is kind of that, in a very specific way, because he's Billy Batson, he's 14, and he just happens to be in this body. Who happens to look like a doctor named Benjamin in New York, but look, it's the dreamiest. I mean, some of you guys have come by my booth for the weekend, and I've told you this. Like, I've sat and reflected on my career, and I mean, Under the Chipmunks the Squeakquel is quite the feather in the cap, but I got Shazam, and I sat there one day. Because I do think it's important that we all take stock of our lives. I think it's very important, and I try to every morning and every night in my prayers give as much thanks as I can for the life that I've been given, which is incredible. It's incredible. And one of those things, like a funny little, tidbit, is I was looking at, in fact, even at like another convention, I had, the big banner of my face on it, and it had Chuck and Fandral and Flynn and Shazam. And I was like, who gets that kind of career? I mean, Chuck notwithstanding, which obviously kind of built so much of what I get to do right now, but I've gotten to be now, and I think correct me if I'm wrong, but I've gotten to be in the Marvel universe, DC universe, and Disney universe, and I don't know another person that's gotten to do that on like 3 major levels. Like that. Thank you. It's really cool, you know? But I've also been a part of the Chipmunk universe too. And that's a really fun thing to get to traverse all of that, you know? And again, bringing it back to you guys, I only get to do that because you guys have continued to believe in me and support me, and you keep going and consuming the stuff that I'm a part of. Whether you loved the whole piece or not, some of the things I've been a part of haven't always been the biggest crowd pleasers or whatever. I appreciate you still liked me in it and you still supported me in it. So thank you for that, and thank you for your question. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Hi. What's up, girl?
Hi, my name's Joaquin. I'm excited for your new movie, and I have a question.
Yes, sir.
What actor do you admire? Like,
what actor do I admire?
Yeah, that.
Ooh, there are a lot of them. I admire the actors that from my standpoint, and I don't know a lot of these people. I wish I knew all the real fancy, cool, famous people. But like Tom Hanks, Bryan Cranston, Meryl Streep. I admire people that I think their level of craft is so good, but also carry themselves in very humble and human ways. Because there's a lot of talented people that I would like to admire, but I think they're kind of jerks. And or they come across as being so, and I know that they're just kind of lost or broken in wherever part of their process that they're in. But it makes it hard to admire them. And obviously, it's hard to admire somebody that you think is a great person, but they don't do their job very well. That's not very good either. But yeah, people like that I think are really good. And then I don't know, who else? I mean, back in the day, Gene Kelly and Jimmy Stewart. I think, guys like that were fantastic. Yeah, people like that.
I have another question.
Yes, okay.
If you could be any other superhero except Shazam, what one would you be?
Another Shazam. Thank you.
And can I give you a high five?
What's that?
Can I give you a high five?
Oh, bro, come on. How about